Alright then, it's been a while. The beast is yet to come. This is the game that I basically was advertised to in email. I basically was asked if I want a key for it. I said yes, and I got a key. I have actually started the application already up, and there was an AVG pop up saying hey, we're flagging this, but other than that, haven't played it yet. Let's see what it's all about. I know it's an action relic where he basically plays a troll, but whatever. We'll see what that basically means or not. Tutorial. This is where you learn the basic movement and to kick some asses. Okay, well, let's go for the tutorial if we want. Yep, we're gonna go for the tutorial, I guess. We'll come back after that to do some stuff. I see 0 coins by the way in the top left up there. That makes me wonder if this has basically got, progression. But whatever. Follow the path and read the signs. I've got 10 minutes apparently. Oh, interesting. So I'll note that I'm using 10 controls here. I'm basically using the arrow keys and walking with up and down. Use the directional arrow keys to follow the path. Okay. There we go. Use the action key Q to attack the enemy near you. Very fun. Kill the enemy wave. Collect more experience to earn a new skill and choose a skill. New level and choose a skill. After killing an enemy, it drops experience coin. Collect the experience coin to learn new skills. Okay. I wonder if I got this, the coin there or not. All right, there we go. Choose a skill. We got magnet distance, 0.7 meters, attracting experience coins from far behind. Turn speed, basically, go turn around faster. Sixth sense, see the enemies through objects. There might be line of sight in this game, that'd be interesting to see. Beware the different enemy types you will that you will find in this world. So, obviously there's a little bit of English there that could be improved, but whatever. This guy's got armor. So you got archers and that guy. Learn a new active skill and press W to use it. You can activate your learned skills with the action keys Q, W, E, R. Action key bindings can't be customized in the options menu. So yeah, down at the bottom here you can see I got basic function, not available, not available, not available. So roll forward, hit the enemies rolling over them. Flying skull, throw a flying skull that pursues enemies and explodes. Or kick one, a fast kick that hits the enemies. Let's roll forward. So you can see at the bottom left now, roll forward. Down you go. The elites are enemies' special units. They are stronger and their attacks do extra damage. You can identify them with the word elite above the unit. Pretty straightforward. I assume they still give the same amount of experience. Congratulations, now you're ready for the adventure. Live long and prosper. So we get some coins for doing our work here. I assume those basically carry over. So yeah, a dark and rocky forest full of enemies Fight for your life. We unlocked for 2 coins. So now I can basically play it. So market user bag. Okay, so I assume we can buy stuff in here. Here's our options, by the way. You got general settings. Some options take effect when starting a new level. So you know, fairly straightforward. But as you can see here, we got up, down, left, right, the cursor keys for moving around. Our action keys are basically Q, W, E, R, S, D, apparently. Consumables are 1 and 2. I'm not a big fan of having consumables next to the action keys like that, but you know, whatever. It's, you know, for ease of use, I guess. And I can change if I want to, but whatever. So, you know, you can medium, high, whatever. Let's put it to high for now. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, in a realm untouched by time or human eyes, there lived a creature. He was an imposing figure towering... Okay, can I, like, you know, not keep us going down? No, I cannot. That's annoying. I'm not a big fan of the fact that it scrolls like that so fast. I can't read it very fast, so... Yeah, press any key to continue. So, he was an imposing figure, towering and covered in thick dark scales that glimmered like the night sky. I guess you can read that if you want to. Or, no, there we go. It stops, so... I realize this is really stupid, but, you know, I'll try and read it all. For years he roamed his world, where the forest whispered ancient secrets and the mountains trembled with the knowledge of forgotten times. In his solitude, he had found peace. But that peace was not meant to last. One day, as he wandered near the edge of his domain, a brilliant light flashed across the sky, blinding him with its intensity. In an instant, his world, the world he had come to know and love, vanished. A surge of magic, raw and chaotic, wrapped around him, pulling him through to time and space. He found himself in a place unlike anything he had ever seen. The monster was left standing alone, disoriented and confused, in a strange and hostile world. A world with a race of beings unlike any he had ever encountered, humans. They saw only a beast, a threat, a creature of nightmares, and they treated him as such. No matter how gently he tried to approach them, no matter how much he wished to make them understand, their fear was too overwhelming. Soon the humans' fear turned into aggression. They came after him with weapons, shouting at him to leave, to go back to where he came from. But where was that? He had no idea. Each day he was hunted. In his attempts to survive, he became a legend. Stories spread throughout the towns and villages, tales of the creature who roamed the night, terrifying all who crossed his path. But the world was unforgiving, and the human's fear was too strong. The creature continued to roam, hunted and alone. In a world that was not his own, he clung to the one thing he had left, the hope that somehow, someday, he would find his way back to the place where he truly belonged. Until then, he would endure the hatred and the fear. Okay, let's get going. Alright, so choose your path. We got the war color, control, debuffs. Nearby enemies, negative 10% defense, but you take extra range damage. The cursed one, growth, fragile start. Basically get, like, you know, less starting HP, but we gain, like, more experience gain. The Berserker, aggressive, glass cannon, more damage, but we take, like, you know, more damage as well. So, it is what it is. Let's go with the cursed one, growth. I got survive the night, apparently. So I'm guessing this is basically like, you know, your typical, you know, survivors like. So that's healing up. You know, it'd be nice if there was like a sound effect when you basically picked up stuff. Alright, critical hit, chance 5%, level 1. Increase your chance of landing critical hits. Hands of fire, burn enemies 1 damage for 5 seconds after hitting them, or turn speed. Let's go for turn speed, because we're, you know, turning very, very slow, so. I'm not a big fan of the fact that like the experience takes forever to spawn, by the way. Cool. More turn speed would be nice. On the bottom of my reach is like, you know, pretty good. But I feel like I have to walk in enemies to sort of like hit them, so. Plus 1 hit per punch. Each punch hit more enemies at once. Cool. And yeah, because like the experience is so slow, I feel like I can't really explore the map. If there's anything to find here. I want to basically like level up, right? So black matter ball. Throw a black matter ball that hit all enemies in his direction up to vanish. Roll forward, hit the enemy, you know, a few times. Plus 5 damage to level 1. Get stronger, make the enemies fear you. Let's get black matter, see what it's all about. So it's basically like, you know, this is a black ball that like, you know, goes for a little bit and it vanishes. Now, in terms of like, you know, the game's like, you know, English, it's pretty good for like, you know, a non-English speaker by the looks of it. Or, you know, it's basically very poor English for a native speaker. One or the other. Flying bats. One bat circulating the player and hitting multiple enemies. Sure, we'll get that. So now I got like a defensive thing. Okay, but now I got knights and stuff popping in. I might want to get damage for this sort of thing. More experience per kill. Is this just for now, or? I wonder. We're just going to see that it'll, you know, give me experience by basically level up now next time. I didn't really check, but you know. I'm not healing up basically, so maybe I'm healing up on level up, I'm not really sure. So rage basically makes it so it like takes less damage from below, you know, health, and like game like, you know, damage increase. Okay, I think I am healing up. So that's a thing. Let's get that. Jump over the enemies, hit multiple enemies. Let's get the offensive aura. That's such a small aura, but I wonder if it gets like bigger as you get like, you know, level up, so. Now I know the black ball seems very underwhelming because I actually have to sort of like be facing the way it's going. More max health, live longer, offensive aura. The free beast defeated by the dwarves, okay. More bats. Oh, that's basically the rock basically telling me that. Archers. Yeah, the black ball seems useless, by the way. Do the roll. Alright, we'll get the jump to see what it's all about. I kind of feel he should be able to hit multiple enemies, by the way. 99 hit per punch. Each punch hit more enemies at once, so cool. Now I just hit them all, as it should be. Okay, experience is outside my realm of hitting, so that's a thing. I'm still too far away to hit, you know, those ones, but whatever. Are they firing arrows at me after they're dead? That might be nice to get. Let's go look around. There's my fire, I think. That was fun. I guys clinging to a tree, I guess. You're out in the field, so we're just going to ignore you. He's just part of scenery, that guy, I guess, so whatever. More experience would be nice. Now, I will say that this is fairly unique for a game, having, like, you know, the tank controls. I'm not sure it's something that people are going to, you know, be very impressed by, but I mean, it is something you can, like, you know, say it's unique about the game. Though that said, it's tank controls. I don't think people are going to like it too much. Oh, it's turning to daytime maybe? Versus foggy. Yeah, I can't even see the, like, you know, the experience anymore. There we go. That actually helps a lot with seeing these guys. I can't see the experience, mind you, but at least I can see them. So we got the knights back. I'll note that the knights kind of, like, you know, are hard to see with, like, the, you know, improved vision, but whatever. More experience. More resistance might be nice here since I'm getting pelted. Whee! So you're a typical sort of, like, you know, survival-like, but it just got, like, the twist of, like, you know, tank controls. And it does feel like they're basically firing after they, like, you know, are dead. And we'll get burn damage, why not? I kind of feel by the way an auto attack would also be good to have for this game, just because, you know, it seems like you're always just trying to, like, you know, sweep it ahead of yourself anyways. Something tells me you got pikemen now, as opposed to just, like, you know, knights. Can't really tell because, you know, it's kind of hard to see them, but whatever, they're there. I have to wonder if like the fog is intended because it seems a little bit like, you know, like a terrible mechanic. Like I can see like the fog being something that's like persists for like a few minutes and then it like goes away. The magma would probably be useful since they can't see the experience at this point. Okay, now it's raining. Different effect. Okay, that's a little bit better. I can see the experience and everything else again. See, the fog was just a temporary effect that, like, you know, it finally has gone away. Whee! Circles! I got 4 more minutes, by the way. I think my offensive is getting a little bit bigger as I level up, by the way, so there's a thing. The king has put a price on my head, apparently. There's an elite. Yeah, they're definitely firing after I hit them. So I got 2 minutes basically left here. using my many abilities there. I don't think abilities do all that much basically for you in this game. Maybe to roll. Just a little bit more here. Oh, I guess we level up so much we don't get any more abilities. Ten seconds. And there we go. And I had potions I could, drank there, but, we didn't. Alright, well, that's basically the beast is yet to come. I like the idea of, 10 controls in the Survivor's Life, but I feel like it didn't really, exercise, your creativity could have been, thrown here. Maybe there could have been, line of sight where you basically can't see behind you and stuff like that, or just a bit more sort of being done with the, basic attacks. If we had, a roll and, jump and stuff like that, maybe there could have been, a dash, basically, you go forward and just, slam everything at once and stuff like that. I also feel like the attacks weren't weighty either. They, had no weight to them. But whatever, that's basically the beast is yet to come. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.